Guys, welcome to our channel. Today in this episode we are going to learn the fundamentals and basics of PHP programming language. To learn any new programming language, one should definitely have a strong foundation of C concepts, wherein when we have to learn PHP, we'll have to have the experience or working experience with HTML and CSS, or even some sort of knowledge about HTML and CSS. There is a myth saying that JavaScript is necessary to understand PHP. It's not that way. If you know PHP, it is easy to understand the working of JavaScript. If you know JavaScript, it makes it easier to learn PHP. These both concepts are interconnected. Coming to PHP, it was previously abbreviated as Personal Home Page, wherein now it stands for Hypertext Preprocessor in a much professional way. Hypertext Preprocessor is known as server-side programming language, or you can also call it as backend programming language. And why is it used for? When we have C, C++, Java and HTML, what's the use or necessity of PHP? PHP can make your static plain website as a application as a beautiful, attractive, impressive application which is more dynamic compared to your previous version, which is built using HTML or stuff. PHP is not just used for website building, it's also used to build cookies or session stuff. Now, let me put a disclaimer. Don't get frustrated if you don't quite understand what PHP is at the beginning. Anything needs time and practice to master. Okay, coming to the coding part, PHP programming has to be written in some sort of editors. So, as in C, we use Turbo C++ or Turbo C, or for Java, we can use Eclipse or Notepad and stuff. Just in the same way, we use Sublime Text here. It's not particularly Sublime Text, it's my preference, and it's always your choice to choose your own editors. If you're comfortable working with Notepad Plus, you're always welcome. Or if some people are even programming PHP through Visual Studio, it's just left to you totally. And here I prefer Sublime Text because it's totally free, number one. Number two, it is more easier to program any languages in Sublime Text. And number three, there are uh, you know very good features of predictions and kind of you can change any word or any characters at multiple places at the same time. So these sort of features are very much recommended. So I use Sublime Text Tree. When you type Sublime Text Tree, you'll get the first link on your browser. Please do download it according to your systems. It is compatible with all sort of OS. And coming to the local server, well, why do we need a local server? When we use compiled programming languages like C, C++, we will compile it and run it in the same software like in Turbo C++. We'll get the output screen over there. But when it comes to languages like Java and PHP, we will run it in a browser. Any outputs which has to be seen on the browser is not easy to access. To work inside the browser, we are going to have a server which is a local server, and setting up a local server is not a tedious or complex task. I'll show you in the later part. It is quite easy, quick, and absolutely free. Okay, there is multiple options of local servers. Preferably will be having example. The first link which you see on the screen is the original link, which is from apachefriends.org. You can download example any new versions on your system. It is compatible with all the three Windows, Linux and OS X. And when you're using Mac OS, I personally prefer MAMP as my system. I work in Mac OS. So MAMP is more compatible for Mac OS. Actually, previously for PHP programming, I was using XAMPP on my system, but when I shifted to Python and other languages, it wasn't much efficient and compatible. So for the newer versions of PHP, for Mac, I would prefer MAMP. And you also have WAMP, which is WAMP. You can also download it through SourceForge, or the preferable link is vampserver.com. Okay, after installing it, I already have it in my system, so I'm showing you. Okay, let me show you the difference with servers and without servers. I'm stopping the servers. You can see the green light went off from Apache server and MySQL server. Okay, if you're working with Windows system and if you want to start your exam control panel after installation and stuff, you can see Apache and MySQL tabs over there on your control panel. It will be the first one and the second one basically. So when you click on start the servers, you can get to know with the indication of red light around the tab. It also says running. If there pops any error at the bottom, then you can solve it by changing the port numbers. Here you can see I have changed my port number because I was facing the same problem with my MAMP server. So I have changed the port. Initially it was 3306. I have changed it for 48s. Now it's working fine. Okay, as you can see, I have stopped my servers. Now let me reload it. This side can't be reached because servers have been stopped. So you get to know the difference here, right? When you start the servers, okay, you will be loaded with this home page, and here you can easily get into the phpMyAdmin, which is the database homepage. Here you create the database, which I'll show you in the further episodes of PHP. Okay, coming back to Chrome, you can see after refreshing and the servers are on. Now the outputs are shown. Okay, coming to editor. Coding part of PHP is kind of related to other programming languages as well, but there is a mixture of HTML in this, which I'll show you later. This PHP tag is must and should when you're typing PHP codes. First, let me just show you the echo statement, which is equal to the printf and cout statements out there in C and C++. Hi YouTube. Okay, now we're saving it as second.php. Initially, when you open a new file, you won't be given any name, and based on whatever the code you're typing in, you're naming it with the extension. Go back to browser and change this. It was second.php. Hi YouTube. Got it right. Now, did you see this link? It's showing YouTube. Where is this folder stored in? In both the cases, it is different. Like in Windows, you'll see this folder htdocs under exam, which is under local disk C. Whereas in Mac OS, you'll find it in applications, MAMP, and htdocs. Under this, you can see like I have 5 folders, and let's neglect this part. YouTube, you have the second, first, index, and third. Okay, index. Uh, I guess most of you are aware of this. When we have a folder and we are running it in the browser under a local server, if the folder has index.php and you're giving only the folder name, then obviously it will take you back to the index.php page as a home page. If you give any other page's name, like I'll give first.php, then it will show that particular page code, but by default with the folder it will go to the index page. If you don't have index page, that's a different thing. It will just show you the directory kind of stuff in a very static way, wherein if you click the page, then it will load that particular page. Okay, in index you can see welcome to home page. Now we have seen the printing statement right now. The Okay, you have seen the output of string. Now the most important part is variable. How will we declare a variable? We'll use dollar symbol to use any kind of variables. Let me just put var. And the best part in this, you'll never have to give a data type. That is more easier, right? Like when you just give dollar variable name is equal to any type of data, it will happily consider. Like I'll just give Prerna. And $b some number, random numbers. Yeah, let's just try printing it individually. $var. Okay, and the most important part, when you're formatting it, remember we are using HTML tags. That is why I told you initially it is important to know HTML concepts. Break to print in next line, that's it. Cool, right? Now save it. Run it in the browser. Can you see this? Hi YouTube 3.2. This is because we didn't give the break in between. That is okay. It's just for example, right? See, it is considering all the types of data. Now, okay, we are done with variables. Let's come to concatenation. Okay, I'll just show you here itself. Hi YouTube. Concatenation is nothing but adding a dot next to any variable. I'll give any text followed by a dot. Hello. Hello brain. Okay. Desired output here is hello Prerna. Right. We'll just check it out. We'll comment this. Save it. Run it in the browser. Hello Prerna, right? Without any spaces because we didn't give any space over there. Cool. Yeah. Next, after concatenation, we would like to know about the operations performed. That is the basic part we expect from a programming language, calculations. Now we have b as 25, and let me just add one more variable c as 30, and dollar sum is equal to $b plus $c. Sorry. Okay. Now echo sum. You can type it in two ways: echo bracket sum, or just like I did previously. These both work. It's just left to you what you choose. Save and run. 55. Is that what we expected? 25 plus 30 is 55. Right. Okay. Then, just in the same way, you can add minus, divided by, or star, or even or, and etc. It is left to you. But all the operations support in PHP. Next, let's talk about if statements. If condition, if, okay, let me create one more variable. Okay, let me declare one more variable. Logged is equal to true if $log. Don't forget to put dollar in any of your conditions or loops. If you don't put dollar, if you don't use dollar, then it is not considering that particular word as a variable. Logged is equal to true. Then, did you just notice when I've typed the opening braces, it has automatically taken the closing braces? This is what I like in Sublime Text, guys. That is why I told you it is preferable. Next, if it is true, then echo you have logged in. Fine. Else echo please log in. Fine. Let's save this. Okay. Let me also put this in comment so that it won't get printed. Save and run. You have logged in because whatever the condition I have given is true. What if you give false here and check for this condition? And according to this, output should be this one. I would have made some mistake. Okay, often you'll be getting this alert message, but you can always cancel it right away. You got the difference, right? See, logged is false, and you're checking if logged is true, then the printing statement is you have logged in, else it will show please log in. Okay, we are also done with if condition. And next, we can try HTML code, but before that, let's learn about array as well. Okay, if you have to give any particular name, any one single name, then you can always use variable or a string right away. But when you wanna give some multiple number of names or multiple numbers, then array is must and should. Create now. Alice. And okay, Rob. Okay, this is the way we declare array and even initialize an array in PHP. You don't have to give the size and stuff because it's always okay to declare this in this way. And before printing it through echo, let's just see what is there in the array. You're using print r dollar people. Okay, let's save this, refresh. Did you just see? Array of 0 has Prerna and array of 1 has Alice, array of 2 has Rob. Now what if you want to just print one particular name in this array? Then we are using echo of dollar people of 2, and according to this our expected output is Rob because it starts from 0. Now save this, back to browser. Oh, can you find this here? Okay, let me put a break so that you'll be clear, or comment it. So next in browser, Rob. Okay, now done with array, and what next? The best loop which you can use here in array concept is for each. It is used with array and we are looping it in such a way that people as peep, peeps. Okay, echo peeps, and you're concatenating it with a space. That's it. Save it and run. Okay, I'm taking this echo statement off so that will be clear. I didn't save this, sorry. Refresh. You got it right. If you want to put any symbols in this, I guess you always can. Got? Yeah. Okay, what if you want to use digits instead of strings? You can also do that. 35, 45. Dollar sum is equal to sum plus dollar peeps. Initially sum can be 0. Okay. Okay, we'll just try with this. Uh-oh. Oh, it's just concatenating, I guess. Okay. Well, did you notice what just happened? You're printing it inside the loop, so some every time it increments, it was showing the each time increment what happened exactly. Now, when you come out of the loop and print it, then the actual answer popped up. Okay, that's it for now. Please do subscribe to our channel if you're helped with this video, and yeah, please do like, share, and if there is anything you want to get cleared with, then you can always comment. Thank you so much.